I'm Ryan Herzog, the president and founder of B&R Computers. Today we're having a webinar. It's our cyber briefing webinar. It's a short 15-minute series that we help educate you on certain topics, that we find important in today's environment. So today we're having a webinar on why your employees are your biggest security risk and what you can do about it. So it's a short series, and hopefully you walk away with some material that you can use and help better protect your business. So the firewall can't stop when an employee opens the front door. A firewall is there to protect your business from common threats or from threats that are trying to enter from the internet. But if an employee opens the door with a phishing email or some other means, a firewall is not going to stop that. So you can have the best technology in the world, but all it takes is one employee to click the wrong link. So 95% of breaches involve human error. So whether that's clicking the wrong link or reusing passwords or passwords and email accounts already on the dark web. So 95% of breaches involve human element in some form. 1 in 3 employees will click a phishing link. So that's pretty, that's eye-opening. 33% of people will click a link that they shouldn't. Pretty bad. $4.9 million is the average cost of a human-caused breach. So almost $5 million for the average breach. So today's briefing, we're covering the human risk problem and why your employees are attackers' preferred entry point and why technology alone won't stop it. The 4 ways that employees are putting your business at risk, whether it's phishing, emails, weak passwords, shadow IT, and physical security. We'll give some real examples. And then building a human firewall. So the best approach to all of this is training, policies, and tools that turn your team from the biggest risk into your best defense. Part 1, so technology is not your weakest link, people are. Attackers don't hack through firewalls anymore. They walk in through employees. It's faster, cheaper, and more reliable. So employees are the preferred target because it's easier than hacking. A convincing phishing email costs $5 to send. Breaking through a firewall can take days. Largely untrained. So most small to medium businesses, their employees have never received formal cybersecurity awareness training. So they don't know what to look out for. Always available. So employees are online 24/7, whether it's their phones, laptops, home networks, or personal devices. They are always checking email. So all it takes is a lapse in judgment at one second, and they're clicking a link they shouldn't have. And then 1 click is all it takes. So 1 in 3 employees will click a phishing link. In a team of 10, that's 3 open doors. So if you've got a business of 10 people, you have at least 3 people that would likely click a link that they shouldn't. So that's very eye-opening that 1 in 3 employees would click a link they shouldn't. The 4 human risks vectors in your business. So you don't need to be hacked. You just need 1 employee to make a mistake at the wrong moment. Phishing emails are phishing and social engineering. So whether that's fake emails, fake invoices, fake IT support calls, it's designed to trigger action without thinking. So, it's like a knee-jerk reaction. So if you get a fake IT support call, hey, this is so-and-so from the IT department or from your IT provider, and I need you to do something for me. And, 1 out of 3 employees, they'd follow along and not even second guess it. Shadow IT. So whether this is an employee using a personal Dropbox, WhatsApp to send work files or unapproved apps, data is leaving your control silently. So another one is like shadow AI, they call it. So this would be where you're divulging information to ChatGPT or Claude that's maybe sensitive to your business. So all of these things that you're not thinking of can be causing a potential vulnerability or breach. Weak and reused passwords. So password 123 is used across email, banking, and your customer relationship manager, your CRM. So with 1 breach, they can access everywhere. And we've seen this firsthand where an account's compromised and that email and password to log into that account was the same password to log into their email address. So when the attacker got the information for the one account, they were then able to log into the email account for that same person. So reusing accounts, emails, it's important to not reuse passwords and use super secure passwords. Physical security gaps. So unlock screens. So if you're in a business and you walk away from your computer and you're not locking your screen or your computer, someone can sit down and have access to anything on your computer or network that you do. And then if you've got written passwords, if people put a password on a sticky note on their monitor or at their workstation, that's very easy for someone to see that even if they're just walking by. Tailgating into the office. So if you are part of a business that you have to go through a gate or a doorway that has a lock, a key card lock, if someone else comes in behind you and you're not, unsuspectingly, now they have access to the building or to the premise without authorization. And then USB drives from unknown sources. So if you find a USB flash drive laying around, or even if an employee is putting information on a flash drive and ends up losing it somewhere outside of the office, this is definitely a vulnerability there. So you can turn your team from your biggest risk into your best defense. So a trained employee who recognizes a phishing email is worth more than a firewall that you can buy. So the Human Firewall Framework, if you've got security awareness training, this will typically be like a monthly simulated phishing and training modules. It builds recognition before an attack hits. So this can help reduce the click rate by up to 80% just by doing awareness training. Clear acceptable use policy. So you should have in your employee handbook, you should have written rules for passwords, approved apps, device use, and data handling, and everyone must sign it. So this helps set an enforceable expectation to all staff. So if you say no accessing your email on a personal device, they know that using their personal laptop to check work email from home is a no-no. Multi-factor authentication on every account. So even a tricked employee's credentials become useless if MFA is in place on every system. So having MFA enabled on accounts can help stop up to 99% of credential-based attacks. Now, it says 99%, but just know that MFA is not a guarantee either. And then culture of reporting. So if an employee should feel safe that if they messed up and clicked on something, that they can report it and let someone know, hey, I made a mistake, I clicked this email. Because that way, if early report, it helps stop attacks before they escalate. So if someone clicks on something they shouldn't have, and then they realize, I probably shouldn't have done that. If they let the owner know, or HR, or their IT department, they can change passwords or do things to ensure that it doesn't spread and escalate very quickly. So again, if it's caught early, it can be contained early as well. So your people are your perimeter, train them like it. So how exposed is your team right now? So we've got 4 questions here. This kind of help uncover how exposed you are right now. Have your employees received any cybersecurity awareness training in the last 12 months? Untrained employees are 3 times more likely to fall for a phishing attack. Do you have a written acceptable use policy that employees have signed? Without it, you have no enforceable standard when a breach happens. Have you ever run a simulated phishing test to see how many employees would actually click? So you can't fix what you haven't measured. Most results are eye-opening. And we do simulated phishing attacks on businesses all the time. And it is very eye-opening to see who will actually fall for those phishing emails. Do employees know who to call and what to do if they've made a security mistake? So we've said that early reporting is early containment. Do employees know who they should contact or let know if they've clicked on a link or done something they shouldn't have? So no reporting culture means mistakes stay hidden until it's too late. So how can B&R Computers help? So we do offer a free 30-minute business risk review. We have a series of questions. It's just a phone call. We have a series of questions we go through to help uncover gaps in your business. And at the end of the call, we will email you a summary of the discussion and any gaps that were found. And if you have an IT department or if you've already got an IT provider, you can take that summary back to them and have them help you resolve those gaps. If you don't have a provider and you want to work with us, we can definitely help you resolve those gaps and help make your business much safer. So if you'd like to get on your own business risk review call, just go to businessrisk.bnrcomputers.com and you can select a date and a time that works for you. And then I'll be there to do the call, and we'll go through it together. So I hope you found this webinar informative and educational, and that you can walk away with something to take back to your team. And again, if you have any questions, concerns, comments, feel free to give us a call or drop a comment on this post. We appreciate any and all feedback. I appreciate your time, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.